Hi, English 111 students. I want to welcome you to Module 5. And I want to take just a few minutes to introduce the module, just like I have in the other modules up to this point. So Module 5 marks the halfway point through the semester, and I like to take this chance to sort of slow down. And so this module is going to go just a bit slower, but it doesn't mean that it's easier necessarily. This entire module is about research, and it's divided basically into two different ways of thinking about research, or two different categories. One is research techniques, like how to actually do the research and find sources. The other is research style or format. So then once you find sources, how do you write an essay using them? So we'll do both of those throughout the course of this module. So I want to talk just very briefly about those two. So first of all, the research techniques. A little further down in the module, you'll see another video where I will walk through the resources that you have available to you, even as an online student, even if you're never on campus. You have these sources available to you through our library. So make sure you watch that video because it's going to walk through some of the techniques of using those online sources, making sure that you know what kind of source that you're looking at, and really thinking through this filter and being very thoughtful about the kinds of sources you choose to bring into your paper. Research is simply meant to back you up. So whatever you write in your essay, so point 1, point 2, point 3, whatever your ideas are, you can bring in quotes or references to other people and what they've written to help back up what you're already saying. That's the whole point of research. So you want to be very aware of the type of people that you're inviting into your home, that you're inviting into your essay. So we discuss in this particular module the idea of academic or scholarly sources. These are sources that are written by professionals within that field, whatever field it is, and the sources are written for other professionals. So this means that it's a very narrow slice of the kinds of things that are out there. General websites, not scholarly. They may be accurate, they may have factual information, but they're not considered scholarly because they're written for a general audience. They're not written specifically for people within that field. For example, my field obviously is English and literature and everything that I love about writing. And so the types of research that I do, let's say about Shakespeare, I want to make sure that I am reading what other professionals in the literary world have to say about Shakespeare, not just some Joe Schmo who's made a website in his basement because he likes Shakespeare. That's not really scholarly source. It may have fantastic information on it. Joe Schmo may know a lot about Shakespeare. I'm not dissing Joe Schmo, but because it's a source that is written for just a sort of general audience, I can't call it scholarly. So research techniques, the video below, is going to help you narrow your search, find those kinds of sources, and really start wrestling with them and using them in your writing. The second half of the module then is research style or format. For this class, we're using MLA format. MLA stands for Modern Languages Association. That group publishes several professional journals, and they realize they want all of their articles in those journals to look the same, so they develop their own format. That's MLA format. You may also on college campuses run into APA format, which is the American Psychological Association. It's pretty similar to MLA, but it's got a few differences. We use that a lot, obviously, in psychology classes, but also in some of the sciences and business classes. They like APA because it focuses a lot on the year that things were published, so you use current research. It looks like people walk on my shoulder when they walk behind me in my window. The third research style that's frequently used on college campuses is Chicago style. This is used in history and history kinds of fields like archaeology, sometimes sociology, anthropology, those sorts of fields like Chicago style. Those are the big three: MLA, APA, and Chicago. And they're used predominantly the most on college campuses. So, because this is an English class, I will be using MLA. Couple of things about MLA. There is an entire section of your handbook dedicated to MLA format. So that includes how you format the essay, which you're already doing, but then it also includes how you use your research. So citations. How do you, in the body of your essay, show where your research came from? And then at the end of the essay, how do you list your sources to show the reader, these are the sources that I've used in this paper? They have to be in a certain format. Certain things come first, second, third, that sort of thing. Use your handbook to double check your MLA format. I show you in the video below ways that you can have the databases where you find your research. You can have them show you how this is supposed to look in MLA format. You can have Microsoft Word do it. You can use websites like Citation Machine or Son of Citation Machine, I think it's called now. There are all kinds of ways that you can use electronic help to help you with your MLA format, but please, please, please double check with the handbook. Those electronic formats are simply a good starting place. And so it's up to you, the writer, to make sure that you are doing the research correctly and then that you are writing the research correctly. Okay, so Module 5, we're taking a short break from essays, but please work within this module to really start to grasp and understand how research works in an academic environment. It's more than just Google. It's way beyond just Google. And really kind of begin to internalize that when you do research and you write it up, there are certain rules that have to be followed. There are certain formats that are for me, the reader, so that I can see where this information came from. All right, I look forward to seeing the work that you do. Enjoy the slight little break from essays. Play around on the databases and all of the sources that you have available to you. There are some fantastic sources out there, much more than just academic sources. There are videos and movies and popular magazines. So play around, see what you can find. I look forward to it. See ya.